Just accounting for blood donations, the American Red Cross provides nearly 40% of the nation's blood supply. With disasters constantly occurring all over the world, nonprofit organizations such as the American Red Cross can be supported through blood donations. And with these blood donations, the American Red Cross can use to help aid people that are critically ill from these natural disasters. And so today I will be discussing and informing you guys on the benefits of blood donations and the need of it and what it is able to provide to these nonprofit organizations such as the American Red Cross. Now, while the American Red Cross is a well-known and rounded and essential blood drive, it is always in a constant need of blood supplies. It is always in a high demand of them. And so, first thing first, what I wanted to say is that blood transfusion is an essential and recommended way for the patients to get the recommended amount of blood that they need. And so this is great for patients' treatments for blood donations as well. And so the problem with this as well, though, is that blood transfusion can only be allowed or can be only be obtained through blood donations, and unfortunately not enough people are actually donating the recommended amount of blood needed for these patients. And so the American Red Cross is always trying to find people to influence and gain their blood donation and become donors. And so they always have a struggle with trying to find individuals. And so I actually have an article here back in 2019. So in 2019, a PR newswire published an article in which it describes the lack of people obtaining the amount of blood or going through the blood donation back in the Independence Day of 2019. So there were actually 450 fewer blood donations or blood drives, which then led to 17,000 fewer blood donations. So while this is an everlasting issue that is occurring in the United States, it is actually a very easily fixed or quite effortlessly as well. And so the solution to this is actually to have people to just donate more, to actually try to encourage more people to become donors. With this, if the solution actually goes through, people can then have more blood donors, which will then to leave an increase of people's lives actually being saved. And so the more demographic kinds of people that we're trying to look for are teenagers, because teenagers are lacking when it comes to blood donations, and they're actually quite statistically small compared to the rest of the demographic. And so in the article that was provided in 2017, Science Series published an article written by a editor, which then provides a graph demonstrating the actual demographic of teenagers. And so as you can see here, there's a downward trend coming from 2015, which is then between 16 and 18 years old, which is less than 700,000 of the total population in the United States. So then, this generally means that more people, especially young adults and teenagers, are needed to actually become blood donors, and which then will be able to save more people annually. And so to then focus more on these people, what we can do is that we can encourage them by saying the benefits of blood donation and the incredible ease it allows. So with an article I was able to find in 2020, Medical Note published an article written by Bukhar Al-Haji, in which it discusses the regular blood donations tends to benefit donors as well by reducing the risk of obtaining a cardiovascular disease. So then not only does this help out individuals that are recipients, but it also helps out the donor as well, which is then a win-win situation. And so blood donation is also incredibly easy as well. It only lasts for a few minutes at a time, which then is not as time-consuming compared to the average individual. And so not only does this solution help out just a random individual, but it also can help out you as the audience as well. So no matter your appearance, your demographic, or your financial status, you too can actually donate your own blood. So if you were actually able to donate your own blood, you too can help benefit a multitude of people as well, such as patients. And this benefits you as well because you can actually help out your loved ones as well, or the people you care truly about. And an article to support this that was back in 2018, and Applied Medical Informics published an article written by Anka Alina, which demonstrates a survey that was then provided to us, which is also in graphical form, which then supports, as you can see here, that there were average or the most majority of people will donate their blood in order to save their loved ones. So that is fascinating to think about, that the majority of people would actually donate their own blood for the people they truly care about. And so if you're also worried about your blood not actually being compatible or that it would actually get tossed out, as long as you're relatively healthy, there's always a place for your blood to go. And so an article that was actually provided from the Red Cross themselves, they're actually able to demonstrate the different types of blood types that are actually used, that there are only 4 different kinds. So no matter your blood type, it would always have a place to go from the donor to the recipient, so that you know that there's always a place for your donation to go. And so finally, that these blood donations are essential and a solution for people to stay safe, happy, and healthy. And thank you.